Hello, everyone. We're very happy to be here. This is Marion Schmidt. I'm one of the co-directors of the Documentary Association of Europe. And next to me is Brigid, the other co-director of the Documentary Association of Europe. We are here to introduce the association to you a little bit and to also introduce ourselves. The Documentary Association of Europe, or how we call it, DAY, was founded last year during the Berlinale. During the EFM, to be precise, with one of the last physical meetings that we hope that we can soon do more of. And DAY is a pan-European professional network for the non-fiction filmmaking sector. And I think Brigid will tell you a bit more about the three main things that we do in the association.
Super. Thank you so much, Marion. Yeah, so I am Brigid O'Shea. I'm also one of the co-directors of DAY, as Marion mentioned. To disappoint you, not Irish, indeed Australian. But we have about 400 members already signed up for our association. They could be something from a super independent filmmaker or editor all the way to a film festival like IDFA or other market events, production companies, even broadcasters. And we say that the association kind of has three main mandates. The first one is to create an interconnected, stable, and collaborative network of professionals who are all working in nonfiction filmmaking. We hope that those members will collaborate with each other, share information, go into co-production models, educate, and also distribute each other's films. The second mandate that we have is to curate and collate the best deals, the best information, the most up-to-date and relevant facts and other important information sources that are relevant to the non-fiction sector. And the third, and I guess for us the most important mandate, is also to work as an advocacy and lobby for the best conditions for documentary filmmaking, both in Europe and abroad. And maybe, Marion, you can tell us, do you need to live in Europe or be a European citizen to be a member of DAY?
No, you don't have to. So we don't care which passport you're holding, from where you're from, as long as you're a nonfiction film professional and someone who does collaborate indeed or is interested in collaborating with the European documentary sector, you're welcome to join DAY. And we have different ways in which members can be engaged with the association. If you're a member, you of course have access to a lot of different goodies. As Brigid mentions, one of the things that we are constantly working on is to offer our members good deals and discounts to festivals and markets. But also we do organize events. For the last 14 months, those have mostly been virtual events. We have been doing a lot of virtual hangouts. We did a range of weekly hangouts as DAY, but also turned up at many festivals where we did networking events. And we will continue with those, hopefully also again in a physical space. And then in terms of the resources that we're currently working on, we will soon launch a big festival calendar, or an extensive is probably the better word, an extensive calendar with festival dates and deadlines. The same is true for training initiatives and markets that we'll launch on our new website. This will be open to everyone who's interested, not only from members, but then of course there will be also members-only resources in the new membership-only area on our website that we are currently developing, that will also be launched in June. So we are very busy this year, also with building the association. And maybe, Brigid, you also want to tell everyone a bit more about our first lobbying exercise that we engaged in just recently.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. So you might have read about us recently in the press. We got coverage extensively in Screen Daily, Cine Rupa, Business Doc Daily, as well as a viral movement that they participated in, challenging the European Union to rethink the guidelines of Creative Europe's programming that really isn't targeted towards documentary film or the reality of documentary filmmaking in Europe at all. So we've been working together with more than 40 associations and other bodies inside of Europe and also our closest neighbors to try and change those laws. It'll be an ongoing process that we've just got into the beginning of. But also what we've been really trying hard to do over the last 12 months is create new kind of allyships, partnerships, collaborations, and models for sharing between organizations and bodies that haven't happened before. So we're already working with more than 30 guilds, networks, grassroots movements, and unions who represent the interests of documentary filmmakers in their national context, to bring those groups together to share information, to inspire each other. It's not always just about the nuts and bolts of paperwork or legislation. We also consider cultural lobbying and advocacy to be super important. We have huge plans also to launch a pan-European documentary day, connecting both audiences with the filmmaking experience, with our stories, as well as participating in more formal events like the film festivals and market atmospheres. So I really can only extend like the invitation to join the network. We have a very flat hierarchy. We don't mind how much experience you have or you don't have. We even have like student memberships if you're just making your first steps into this so-called European marketplace. But also maybe, Marion, you can tell us more, like, who is the association for? Like, what kind of profile should you have if you want to join DAY?
I think the first thing to say is that you should be, or you should consider yourself a non-fiction filmmaker. And you should be interested in learning and connecting and also providing your knowledge to others, because it's a big network of sharing. You can be everything, as Brigid said earlier, from a student who's making their first steps in the so-called documentary world to a big organization like ITFA or a festival or market, and come join the association, because we are really trying to bring everyone together and at the same time create opportunities for the individual needs. And yeah, I guess it's, as Brigid said, an open invitation to everyone from the field to join DAY. And if you want to know more, we have an open door policy. You can always reach out to us. You can be in touch. You find information on our website. Currently, the website is still in its early alpha plus stage, as we like to call it, but we will soon launch this new website with a lot more information about DAY and about how to engage with us. DAY would, and one of the things that is probably important to say is that DAY would not exist without its members. So we need you for the association, and we need the engagement and the support and the trust of our members, because otherwise there would be no need for us to exist. Which also means that we are very open to suggestions and ideas from our members. We also encourage members to start their own projects under the umbrella of DAY, and we give these spaces, and we are happy to support new ideas and also collaborations in the framework of the association.
Absolutely. And if you don't meet us in the framework of Docs Ireland, we'll also be at Sheffield Doc Fest this month, and most likely probably in the online set part thereof, but also maybe one of our board members or advisory board members will be available for meetings during the Marché du Film in Cannes in July. Otherwise, we are trying to be super active and involved in as many different events and platforms during the year. So if you're organizing something documentary related and you'd like to have access and input from the continent of Europe, we really encourage you also to get in touch and let us know of your existence. Otherwise, I think that's all I have to say.
Yes,
Marion, did we forget anything?
I don't think we forgot anything. Maybe one last thing we can say is that we obviously hope that after the summer break, if there is going to be a summer break this year, we'll meet you or meet many of you in during one of the fall festival in a physical setting. That's all from us, I think. If you want to know more, visit our website, be in touch. As we said, you can reach out to us, and maybe see you around during the festival.